6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sutton, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Swift. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up. It's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Barkley inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 16. Looking to throw. Swift. Open target here, Darius Slayton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Swift. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
At his 48
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Clayton. That is complete downfield to Knox. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Clayton. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Second and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Clayton. He completes this to Sutton. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Sutton. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. To throw on 3rd down. Swift. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clayton. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Throwing on 1st down. Swift. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Back to throw. Swift steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
They just gave up
a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
This offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun, Swift. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Clayton, quick toss to Knox. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Rams first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. First down. Sutton. They find some open field here. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st and 10, Clayton over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Working with a 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Clayton going back to Allen. He's got him again. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Clayton. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On first down, Swift. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to Tony. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Swift. And that is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Back to throw. Swift. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man open. It's Sutton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Play action. Clayton. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback? The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second down, here's Barkley again. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Swift. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Swift. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Giants have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd down now. It's Sutton, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he fields it cleanly. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 9 yards that time.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
throwing on first down. Swift.
That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Up the middle with Barkley. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. A handoff to Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. Parrish. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Parrish. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll go with the keeper. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end.
And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't